Up next, we have just a beautiful soul coming to the stage. His name is Logan Ellis, and his work has appeared. I'm sorry, Logan, it's the wrong one. His work has appeared in Inizagam, A Galaxy of Starfish, An Anthology of Modern Surrealism, Fog Machine, Maudlin House, and elsewhere. His poems reveal deep worldly secrets, can levitate objects wirelessly, and occasionally cure the common cold. Thank you for listening to his call from the mountaintop and not its foot. Please welcome Logan Ellis.
Right. All right, gotta come clean. Last time I tried the whole poetry curing the common cold thing, it got kind of out of hand. I think people got even sicker, so now you know if you're feeling bad, you can step out. We got healthcare physicians outside, hopefully not on dinner break. But yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much for coming, for hearing, for listening to us. I'm so glad to be part of this. I'm so glad to be part of CCA, my classmates, my mentors, professors, everybody. And even though my immediate family can't be here, I'm super glad I can feel them in the audience, everybody. And I'm especially glad that my girlfriend Maddie is here to support me. All right, so enough of that. Enough of that mushy stuff. Here we go. All right, I'll just sink into it. Let's see. Okay, this first poem, I'm reading poetry by the way, is called You and Me. I opened my chest so the forest inside could breathe. You swing from its canopy and stand before my sacrifice of teeth, blood, skin, all this jealous shade of you. Global in hand, I step back as you blink away my offering and turn, sweep closer, push into the knife like stone to lake bed until my reflected face reflects me. How did your eyes disassemble mine the longer I stared? I could have screamed, could have collapsed, fallen asleep in this overwhelming. Voiceless, you embody the blade, intercede into my forest, spilling thorns so I couldn't follow barefoot, couldn't trace your footprints back inside. Hands reaching. A flock of shadows passed over the freeway and landed on my family tree's fanned fist. Stomachs full of crumb trails, feet contorted with brick and bone. Their feathers, I imagine, stain and leave in simultaneous orchestra. All right, I got way too many papers up here, honestly. Wow. Okay. Well, we're in the next phase of it. No, actually. All right, this one's called Dear Doppelganger, and it's actually a throwback to all my lookalikes. I think I'm coming home, doppelganger. I'll come back colored collarbone shadow, disguised in the smell of smoke from a burning pawn shop. Don't worry, you'll know it's me by the knapsack of television dust over my shoulder. Proof of a new quiet streak. Tell me, are the streets still full of dogs chased backwards into their homes? Antenna haywire to smokestack horizon? Can you believe the malls of this place ever let me go? Can you believe I hesitated to lift my body out? Remember when I first hugged you quiet? After I sent you out to replace my comfort, you went missing, gone for so long, not even looking into the mirror could remind me what you look like. I found you at the forest wall, mosquitoes for skin. Our hands stuffed silence in our pockets as we walked home, and when I tried to speak, my heart went cold, stiff with anger, beating and beating to shake loose the frost. That's when I turned to you, to touch silence manifest. But not even then. Every time I write you, I'm untying a single strand of the rope cutting my wrists together. Dear doppelganger, your presence has been getting back to me. Even this far out of state, strangers always take me aside. You look a lot like a boy I went to school with. Or, you remind me of a kid I taught years ago. Or, are you related to my granddaughter's boyfriend? The stories they tell me. Apparently, I've been Steph Curry and Tiger Woods. I've been a baby daddy who ran away with his child. I've been a polite kid who snapped one day, fanning a boy's teeth over asphalt like alabaster bruises. There's so many slivers of you to sweep up. Dear doppelganger, your blood is turned to gemstone? Rough cut and glow red, Mom told me. How long have you been left broken in my room? Lonely curved divots of beautiful erosion inside. I thought you would have at least paced a trench into the floor. I thought you would have at least written me. Come clean. You don't want to be me anymore, do you? But don't wish to be anyone else. That's where the bear traps are sprung. Where mansions are shouldered by sinkholes, helplessness is a greedy privilege, an addiction no one can help out of the cellar. You could tell me how this ends. Remember how it would take care of you? These hands cleansing like a choir. I want to split you open, paintbrush my fingertips over your ligaments and arteries, rule of thumbnail defacing your teeth. It's about time I settled. Whatever was calling me has stopped. It's time I listened to the tea lights sobbing on Atlantic shores. Teach me your limbo, your listless gaze. I'll hold your heart in my mouth. Keep it warm. I don't want my silence to mean I loved you, but never cared enough. I've learned what Eve was told. Find a fruit dark enough to show you its stars. All right, this one's called Dissecting McKee. Yes, okay, so the left side is no relation. The right side is his picture. And this person specifically is a man around 1940s who decided to pass for white, but unknowingly, at the same time, refusing to accept his grandfather's inheritance. And his grandfather was a colonel in the Civil War, Colonel McKee. Dissecting McKee. He was hospitalized because an awkward, unnamed shape reemerged in his throat. It had been sinking beneath each layer of himself since his first dry clean suit, until not even a flashlight into his olive skin would open its color. He lied in bed, hands deciphering the tumor, maybe a gift box, a button, the underside of an altar, trigger. In his dreams, it spoke like a bayonet, refining every bone. Don't tell them who you are. But his tongue couldn't help but spill its sharp hunger when men came to tell him the laryngeal cancer is where the dotted line of his granddaddy's inheritance has led them, convinced him the proof to blackness unlocks it. I'm black. Breathe my neck, snare the bullet in my muscle. I'll even fund Martin Luther King when he's decorated the movement I'll grow old supporting, with pride. I belong irreducibly to my time, believe me. But still, they need someone to vouch for him. Who knew you couldn't just say it? And so each night, he tried unzipping his throat. It was tough. Each attempt snagged, ripped its way to his clavicle's parabola until finally a chrome corner of the thing appeared. A safe. Each night, the testimony of his fingers picked it out, tearing away strip by strip. I am black. I am black. Blacker than my son's kidneys, than a bruise sailing Atlantic waters. What choice did I have? I am a slave of my own appearance. When the men came the next morning, he sat up, exhausted. His safe's door revealed like a jewel dug from blanched soil. That's when they leaned in, close, stuck their hands inside and scraped all the money from its corners. He was so hypnotized, upheaving. He didn't see there was no combination, no luck. All right, poem on the side. It is an experiment of a lot of things, so I'm just going to read it. Revisualization of the invisible man. Slowly, I will come back from what I was. A collapsed building that took its graffiti with it. Post-war shrapnel copycatting the dismemberment of helmet, of head, of mouth, of tongue, of vowel. Slowly, vein by vein, I'll admit that I'm sorry for letting you into my weakness. A lone barn swung open in a wild field. The difference between what is growing and the space in which it is growing. Slowly, we will do and redo. A stem rooted at the center of a stone, my skin a rug, and my teeth unsweeping the dust of a broken vase. But not the vase itself. Okay. We got 2 more to read, and I'm done. Are we done? Are we out of here? All right, so this poem is called Camp. You thrushed inside me again. Quick palindrome to end the night. My throat, a spyglass for your dilated eye, squinting into grinning teeth like spit trails in the sky. You tore out each fingernail growing over my lungs, said, they always grow back. I'm not like you until I'm not like you. Must be code for, of course, I've answered flesh-colored questions campfire side. Night crawling from my pines to chew and chew awake my narcoleptic lips. Glass-struck heart thrum disguised by the sigh of motors on Lake Catherine behind us. Friendless, but popular. Mute. Say it again. You're my favorite one here. Why? You're my favorite. Say it until it has stained the white hot coast spilling from my mouth, smoldering into a display case around me. All right, last one. It's called Dark Doorway, Dark Ceiling, Dark Room, Adjusting. And it's for the 2 women that raised me. Cot, cold, empty. Hot, empty. Slab of mattress receding into night. The furnace in a small language non-stop. An oven in the trees keeping. Lipstick stuck to mirror. cursive of my name, just my name, leaning like echoing pines outside the window. Mouth pursed, pressure red. And if it hurts to move, slingshot bone, mom's hair twisting into thick plastic spoons, light-singed circumference, and scuba hallway artery. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch my hand devolve down the ravine of grandmother's neck. I'm a kid again, mud-born and stickered, curling the shape of this dark between my fingers. No sound. The moon scratching across the deep, the deep, the deep before sleep. Thank you.